Good morning, everyone, and welcome to SUNUP. I'm your new host, Lyndall Stout. I'm here on the OSU campus at the Alpha Gamma Rho Fraternity House, where homecoming preparation is in full swing. Of course, all across Oklahoma, homecomings arrive in many forms, and that's just what this week is for me. I'm happy to be back here, living and working in my home state, where my family has farmed for generations. I'm also happy to be with you every week, right here on OETA. We begin today with a story about dirt. Perhaps your own mother warned you about tracking it onto her clean floor. But as Austin Moore shows us, a little bit of dirt may just be the least of your worries.
Gina, in ag enterprises, folks tend to live and work on the same property. Does that cause any particular concerns for the family?
Absolutely. When you live and work on the same piece of property, the stuff that you're using outside, you're bringing into your home, and people are not even realizing it.
So we're talking pesticides, manure,
fertilizer, you name it. So whatever you're using outside, you are bringing in inside on your feet.
Okay. What kind of concerns does that cause? I mean, obviously it's a little dirty, but are there major health concerns we're seeing?
Absolutely. Besides having the dirt inside of your house, most of the dust inside of our homes is tracked in on our feet. The fact of the matter is that pesticides, fertilizers, all of these different types of things aren't meant to be put into our bodies as such. And so the health implications from that include short-term effects, long-term effects. Some might cause eye, mouth irritation, some might cause nervous system damage, some may cause cancer. There's a variety of health effects associated with the stuff that is used in an agricultural setting.
Well, I guess a lot of these things break down naturally for us in our fields, but in the house we don't have those same triggers.
Absolutely. When you're using these types of things outside, the sun, the wind, the weather, they all kind of work together to break these things down. But when you bring those things into your home, you don't have the sun, you don't have the wind, you don't have the soil to break these things down so they can last for a long time inside of the home.
Very good. Now I understand over here you've got some things to help us see how to keep that out of our house.
Absolutely.
Let's go take a look at that.
Okay.
All right, so what is the system we've got here? It's kind of an unusual mat, I guess.
Okay, well, first of all, we have this mat right here. This is a thick rubber mat.
Yeah.
That can be purchased just about anywhere, and you see that it's got a variety of different surfaces. You've got holes right here that will allow the bigger particulate to fall through.
Okay.
And then you've also got these little sort of rubber nubs that are sticking out, and these will act as sort of a sweeper on the bottom of your shoes.
Kind of pulls things away from there.
Exactly.
Now I notice this, to me this looks like this is probably upside down in the way they intend you to use it, but
absolutely.
You're saying you're getting a better use if you just go ahead and flip it over.
Well, when I was out looking for mats, I saw this one, and it's called an anti-fatigue mat, and you see the other side of it is like this without the rubber nubs.
Right.
But I decided that if I turn this over, it still serves as a nice mat, but it's got the rubber nubs on the top as opposed to the bottom, which will really do a good job in cleaning your boots.
Now what's the next step in the system here?
On the other side of the door, what I want you to have is another mat where it's going to be a carpeted mat, and what the carpeted mat is going to do is it's going to dry the bottom of your shoes, and it's going to sweep off the finer particulate.
Okay, so you're getting two things here. You're getting a little bit of drying action,
Exactly.
You're getting another sweep on it. And at that point, we've taken a lot of stuff off. How effective is that though? How much is that going to get?
It's not going to get all of it off by any means, but it's a lot better than not having anything at all.
Right. Okay, so what are the best things we can do to actually, to really eliminate those chemicals coming in with this, the chemicals, the manure, all that? How do we stop it completely?
If you want to stop it completely, I would suggest taking your shoes off, rinsing them with water, and removing the clothes that you wore while you were applying the pesticides or the fertilizers or what have you, and washing them in the laundry separate from the rest of your family's stuff.
So you're really talking about even maybe having, say, a room in the barn that you would enter from the outside, change clothes there, use those to work, and then change back into house clothes before you left.
And the other important thing, never forget to wash your hands and wash your face. Make sure that you're not bringing that stuff in on your skin either.
Well, and that's something to think about there. I've got a small child, I know you do as well. Kids don't do the same things we do. They're going to get this stuff even more.
Absolutely. What makes children unique in this situation is two things. First of all, children are a lot more susceptible to the effects of pesticides and fertilizers and these types of things. They're a lot smaller than we are. They take in a lot more stuff per body weight.
Right.
And the effect is magnified once it's inside of their system. The other thing about children is that they exhibit frequent hand-to-mouth behavior, meaning children spend a lot of time on the floor. They're getting their hands dusty, they're getting their hands dirty. They take those hands and they put them where? In their mouths.
Right.
Also, the toys that they play with are typically on the floor. They take those toys, they put them in their mouths, they touch them with their hands. Children, throughout the course of their day, eat a great deal of household dust.
And of course, as this stuff goes in, it may start out on this path of our main walkway, but it's going to spread.
Absolutely. What happens is that most of the stuff is sort of concentrated in the big traffic areas,
Right.
you know, where people are sort of coming and going. But as you keep on tracking in over time, eventually what happens is your entire household is contaminated.
Okay. Well, Gina, this is some very, very smart stuff, good things to think about, and it's just simple behavior changes can make a
Absolutely.
big health difference to our families.
Absolutely. You don't have to spend a lot of money to make this happen.